Ooh, it's snowing here. Hello, my friend. The dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you with practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German. Welcome to the data heaven. Can I help you with something? I'm on the market for something exotic. What kinds of tech do you carry? Anything and everything. Need a new deck? Some software, perhaps? I'm your girl. She taps a painted fingernail against the molded plastic of her data jack. Or maybe you're a rigger like I am. Perhaps I can interest you in a new drone or two. All sounds whiz to me. Let's see what you got. I don't even have a decker. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, computers, huh? These are all neat. Do they got enough gigabytes in them and stuff? Okay, see ya. Ooh. That's where I want to go for magic, but I'm dirt poor, so let's just advance the plot. Cafe Sesvi. Hello, my friend. I said hello. The man behind the counter looks right past you and at the dog following close behind. Dante, I will fetch his water dish. And perhaps a coffee for our friend here? Paul Amsel sends... No, we don't want to spook him. Soy calf, please. The Turk looks disgusted. Very well, a soy calf. He tisks to himself. You hipster fuck. Paul Amsel. When he hears Amsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and his accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take on a knowing look. Ah, very good. Please express to Herr Amsel my appreciation of his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen to in the future, I am always happy to provide. He tells me you're developing the menu for a friend of his now, Herr Winters, I believe. I want to hear all about it. Yes, of course, O wise one. Kami, come. A young woman bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. Burakazi spits something out in the rapid-fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. I will see to it right away. Kami offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and hurries back into the room that she came from. My girl Kami is arranging to make contact with the chef as we speak. This will likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. While we wait, I wonder if you would be so kind as to run a small errand for me? A trifle, really. I hate to trouble you. I am embarrassed to even ask, but I would be most appreciative of your help. What is this trifle, my friend? His voice lowers to nearly a whisper. The errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I have installed a number of data taps to Berlin's fiber optic network, a part of my civic duty, you understand. These taps provide free matrix access to all those who live in the Cruise Bazaar. In order to maintain their, how do I say it, their anonymity, each tap's protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I simply wish for you to visit each data tap and reset it. Simple enough? Yes, it is a simple job. Time-consuming and a bit tedious, perhaps, but simple. Just reset the taps and come back when you're finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around this neighborhood. The first one is just outside. Look for a metal box with yellow arrows painted atop it. By the time of your return, I should have the information Herr Amsel requested. Well, the last time I did an easy quest, my friend died, so this'll go great. What's this fucking box? Just outside my tit. Who are you? A pair of round eyes peer up at you from under the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. You recognize him as David, one of the Cruise Bazaar street kids. If you had to guess, you'd place him in his mid-teens, though it's difficult to tell beneath the grime and acne smarring his face. You've seen him following Monica around between runs, chasing her heels like a lost puppy. She always seemed to have a soft spot for the kid. Oh, hoy, Phineas Urk, have you seen Monica around? I've been looking all over for her. I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, kid. The kid blinks, a blank expression on his face. She's dead, ain't she? It was quick. She went peacefully. That's the most any of us can hope for. Yeah, look, I think I want to be alone right now. Phineas Urk, crushing dreams. Am I too stupid to see these boxes? There it is. Do 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 do. Hello, hello. Donations for the Soup Kitchen of Slode, Samuel. Sigh, I'm not surprised. Altruism often comes with an expiration date. Poor guys. Hello, Lane. Who are you? Ho! Before you stands a troll, though it is a stretch to say he is standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by two vintage prosthetic legs, along with a crutch under one arm. His body clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you? Haven't been here long. New to the cruise bazaar, then. Heard Monica had some fresh meat in her stable. I'm Phineas Irk, by the way. Good to meet you, Phineas Irk. Name's Alexi Lane. What's your place in the cruise bazaar? No place, really. Just an old relic rusting away. Crushed some more dreams. Something happened to her on the run. You know something about it? Just what my eyes and ears tell me. I had a feeling, besides. Monica almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue, and now here you are in her place, so she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Dead. The grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Now that is a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. I'll leave you be. Fucking friends with everybody this girl was. Where are these goddamn boxes? Gotcha. The data taps protocol buffer is now reset. Phone rings. Hello? It's an old obsolete phone booth. It's ringing. Pick up the receiver. A monotone, pitch-adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. The Shockwell and Writer's contract for this keys is no more. Phineas Irk is listed as a follow-up contact. This is our only secured line to this keys. Please listen to the following instructions carefully if you are a supporter of our cause. Continue listening. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one you may find a request posted for specific information. If you can obtain a copy of this information, return here and submit it via the port below the receiver. We will verify the authenticity of the information remotely and post an undoctored copy of it onto the Matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for sought-after information returned to this location. The line goes silent. I'll keep an eye out. The line remains silent. Hang up the receiver. Now they know I'm here. Very ominous. There's the final box, at least. As you are resetting the data tap, you notice that someone has duct taped a small homemade receiver to the system. An earplug dangles from the receiver. Put the earplug in your ear. The sound of heavy machinery makes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken. After a moment, you find you can make out two distinct voices. A nasal woman who sounds like a heavy smoker, and a man who speaks in a high-pitched, breathy tone. Just heard Monica. Need to verify. Good for us. Continue listening. A sound like a conveyor belt starting adds to the noise of machinery, and you can't make out anything else until it comes to a stop a minute later. Think our next step. Wait. Isn't ready to make a move yet. To be patient. See who steps up. Could be someone more. More conveyor belts start up. All you can hear is the sound of machinery. Continue. Some sort of motorized vehicle starts up, drowning out anything else. A bell rings loudly again and again. It sounds like a telephone. You hear the sound of a door slamming shut, and the noise of machinery is suddenly muffled. There is a rattle of plastic, and the ringing stops. The nasal woman's voice can be heard again in a sing-song tone. Guten Tag, how may I help you? Silence. Her tone changes, becomes more businesslike. I heard. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. What do you think I am, an idiot? The council needs to meet again. I know, getting everyone in the same room is challenging. Get them to agree on a course of action is going to be even more challenging. From my perspective, the cruise bazaar was only stable because of her. If she really is out of the way, well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, I know. What can I say? Things go slow in the flux sometimes. You hear the sound of a door opening again, and the cacophony of machinery fills the line. You can't make out anything more. Walk away. I don't even know what's in here. Looks like a hospital? Triage Cyber Clinic. This isn't the place a shaman wants to be. As you approach the elf, you notice that he's in mid-conversation. His lips move rapidly and his voice comes out in a low, quiet tone. The glossy plastic shell of a high-grade comlink glints on his wrist. Step away and wait for him to finish. You step away from the doctor and wait for him to finish. Soon enough, he presses a button on his comlink and looks up at you, a $1 million smile on his face. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome to the Triage Cyber Clinic. He extends his hand to you. I'm Dr. Zabier Zickable, and your name is... Phineas Irk, a pleasure. Pleased to meet you, Phineas Irk. What can I do for you today? I need medical supplies. What do you got for me? I don't have any money to throw around. Goodbye. 1,200 Nuyen. What a shit show. Who's this? Zack Flash. This elf has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though it had been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged-out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, my friend. You're here for some magic? Because Zack Flash, he gestures at himself with a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. Magic, are you a street mage? Zack lets out a throaty barking laugh. Street mage? Me? Do I look like a street mage to you? He shakes his head, but his smile doesn't waver. He fishes a small bag of pills out of his back pocket and dangles it before your eyes. No, chummer, I'm not a street mage. I've got the magic in my blood and the magic in these bags, but you won't catch old Zack studying any spell books. Well, in that case, let's talk about the magic you've got in that bag there. What have you got? Oh, a little bit of everything. I've got your Zen and your Hyper, your Nitro and your Nova Coke. If you want it, I've got it. Zack leans toward you and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I have even got a special concoction of my own design, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. So you want to conduct a little business? Show me what you've got. Ah, winners don't do drugs. Although Glory does. Glory does drugs 6 ways from Sunday, son. We're going to dope her right up. You there. The Romani Patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, and his breath is heavy with the stench of a pipe tobacco. Tobin Baxtail Troll, you're here to conduct some business? If so, I welcome you to Metback Arms and Ammunition. If not, keep right on walking. I have cash, I need weapons. Show me the goods. What do you got? Ooh. Oh, pistol with a smart link. A taser? Oh, Shadowrun Dragonfall. What have you got me into? Grenade launcher katana. Ooh, some clothes. Secure Tech is armored clothing line. Oh, Kevlar is woven in the fabric, providing great protection from most small arms. Doesn't really suit me, though. Maybe the shaman shop has some clothes. The fuck is this? Hello? Tip the dancer? Toss 5 Nuyen into the bag. I'm a nice guy. That's from the loading screen. Back where we started. The Talismonger's shop. Ooh, hello, my fucking suspicious friend from Shadowrun returns. Absinthe. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but it's a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and impossibly green. As she looks up at you, you can see that her irises are flecked with iridescent gold. Hello and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something? As she smiles up at you, her eyes fixed on yours, a curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden specks in her eyes begin to move. Oh, I really wish I had 4 willpower. I'll look deeper into her eyes. The golden specks in the elf's eyes shift and swirl, slowly picking up speed. It's mesmerizing. All at once, the specks explode into latent color. Absinthe's eyes now fill your field of vision, and it feels as if you're drowning in an alien sea. The patterns traced by the shimmering specks in her eyes are kaleidoscopic, enchanting, nearly impossible to turn away from. Apparently, I am losing myself. You are lost. Your entire world has been reduced to a churning vortex of green and gold. Dimly, you become aware that something is happening. You feel your body being buffeted by unseen forces, and suddenly everything goes black. Slowly and painfully, you struggle your way back to consciousness. The shop's owner, Algernon, is looking down on you. An expression of concern is on his face. Absinthe stands behind him, her expression one of embarrassment. Welcome back, friend. Algernon extends a hand to help you on your feet. Absinthe shifts slightly to allow you to stand. What was that? What happened? My fault, and my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride.